four of us tonight. Two of these Elko folk that aren't in the Holy Land like John and I are. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the No Sauce Podcast. We're almost done with the season. I'm going to say we're going to start a new season in January since it is now December 9th. But you can see there's four of us tonight. Two of these Elko folk that aren't in the Holy Land like John and I are. So it's a good time. It's a good time. Sean, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
First time on it. And we're going to put you on the hot seat in a little bit in just a minute. But first, let's get some reaction to the playoff real quick, and then we'll talk about our picks for the first round of the playoff. I'll start with my friend John, who, he's been very vocal about his playoff picture.
Final take, John. There you go. The floor is yours, sir.
Nice. To save time, just blow it up. Blow it up. It is absolutely ridiculous that a team that lost their only losses on the season are to the current fourth-ranked team in the nation, that they're out, while you can lose to a 5-7 horrible ACC team, and not just lose, but get pretty badly beat, then get obliterated by Georgia in your bowl game, and you don't move a spot. And then the worst part of it all is all the pundits across every single platform, ESPN, Fox, whatever, none of them would put BYU side by side with any other team and compare them. That's all we asked. Compare us. But no, it's Notre Dame versus Miami, Notre Dame versus Bama. Let's compare those guys. Oh, well, yeah, if you're going to look at a three-way, yeah, you probably got the best team in Miami. Good for them. If you compare the numbers, you compare what they did on the field, there you go. But again, we know, if it's not clear already, we know the system is rigged, it's broken. ESPN gets to funnel $20 million to SEC teams. Basically, they're just helping them build up those SEC teams that they have a contract with, along with paying an extra, $4 million or $5 million to get Miami into the playoff. Whatever. It is what it is. BYU go handle business in the Pop-Tart Bowl, and life will go on. But the system's rigged. The system's bullshit. Ideally, move back to 10-team conferences. That way, every team actually has to play each other, so you don't get a 5-way tie in the ACC. Come on. What was it? A four-way tie, three or four-way tie in the SEC? I don't know. System's bullshit. Everybody's chasing money, and I get it, but blow it up.
Yeah, lot of valid points. It needs to be blown up. Bottom line, that's this year. I've said it. This is going to be the year that it all finally gets shooken up, and that's going to be wild to see. Where they ended up is where they ended up. We just don't have enough spots. I think bringing the two group of 5 teams in really kind of messed everything up. I think at the end of the day, when everybody's saying we need the 12 best teams, except for these two, right? So I think if that's not even in this discussion, we're not really having this discussion. I know John's having this discussion, absolutely, because BYU did get hosed, but at the end of the day, how would they compete against those other teams? We won't know, and that's unfortunate. It really sucks that we don't get the 2000 versus 200 bowl. The Catholics against the Mormons. That would have been great. Albeit in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
And that for me, Danny, is one of the biggest issues of all this at this point, is Notre Dame pulling away, because you have two teams that want to say, hey, we legit should have been in there. And then one team decides, no.
Especially as all the
problem though.
the class
How
that
many-
they
How
put
many
out, right?
Notre Dame players though are going to opt out before the bowl game because the bowl game doesn't matter anymore? That's what they've had players opt out every single year. So it wouldn't have been the true Notre Dame that we've seen all year against the BYU that isn't going to have guys that opt out, right? So it wouldn't have been like the same type of game. I went to the Sun Bowl 2 years ago, and three-quarters of Notre Dame's guys that were preparing for the draft weren't playing. So
Yeah,
Which is a whole nother discussion.
right.
I get it.
That'll take an hour.
So I have two trains of thoughts around that. I applaud Notre Dame for trying to stick it to the man. That they feel like they can make that big of an impact by not going and playing. That it is going to hurt viewership. It's going to hurt attendance at that bowl, which will hurt somebody's pocketbook. But
Thanks, too.
if more teams joined in solidarity to that, to say, hey, screw you, college football playoff committee, we're not going to give you any bowls. We're going to hurt ESPN where it counts in viewership. I personally, I do not plan on watching any other bowl game other than BYU's bowl game this season.
But,
I will watch.
I don't know about that, dude. Like, that's
that's
the
a
pouty way
personal
to go about it. Like, I'm going to give up on college football just because we don't make the playoffs. Dude, that's bullshit. I don't agree with that. I don't like that at all.
It's just like I don't have to follow. I don't have to feed Disney extra money for a subscription if I don't like the content they put on their platform, right? As a consumer, I have the ability to affect them. One person. Maybe it doesn't make a damn bit of difference, but I'm not going to give them my viewership number. And I'm sure that there's millions of others out there that feel the same way. And hopefully that impacts them. If not, oh well, it'll continue to march on. But I feel like, there's a number of teams. You look at Texas, Vanderbilt, Notre Dame, BYU. Those are the top, 4 or 5 that were most slighted because of these changes, because of this decision. All of them had reasonable arguments as to why they should be in. I mean, but look at the wins that they had, right? If you're going to put Alabama in with the wins,
I don't think they belong.
The only team that has the biggest gripe here is BYU. That's the only team out of all those guys. Okay, Vanderbilt had its chances during SEC play. They didn't do it. Texas had its chances during SEC play. They didn't do it. BYU lost one game in the regular season to the number 4 team in the country. That is the only team that has a beef with any of this. Notre Dame, maybe, but the fact is BYU should have been in over Miami, period. The committee got it wrong. They wanted to give ACC that shot because they have a contract with SEC and ACC, so they're not going to lose out on money with the ACC. End of story. BYU is the only team out of any other 2-loss team that has any gripe about not being in the playoff, period. I don't care about Texas, Fanny. They don't have an argument to be had. Oh, yeah, we had a couple wins but you also had a couple really bad losses in your conference. Screw it. BYU had the better loss out of all 3 of those, period. Like, it's garbage. It's trash. Like you said, blow it up. End of story. I'm still going to watch college football because I want Indiana or Texas Tech to win. Unfortunately, they're going to meet possibly in the semifinals, even though Danny doesn't agree with me on that because he's an Oregon fan. I think Texas Tech could win the Natty. I really do.
I found it funny that I've seen numerous Oregon fans online saying that they're going to run all over Texas. And I'm like, have you seen their run defense? How are you going to run over Texas Tech? You're going to have to air it out to create separation to maybe open up some running lanes. But that linebacking core is going to shut them down.
Isn't it?
So what? The Cotton Bowl?
Is that game at the Cotton Bowl?
No, they'll be in the Orange Bowl, right?
Which game? The Oregon game? Texas Tech? Yeah, that's in Miami. That's the Orange Bowl.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Here with this Dogs fan.
What are your thoughts, UGA fan who you know they were already in to begin with? So
oh yeah, how's it feel on that silver platter that they just gift you in the SEC?
I don't know what you mean by silver platter.
Oh, come on. That thing is engraved ESPN SEC on it, right?
John hates the SEC.
I absolutely loathe the SEC. I think all of them can go fall off a cliff and die. I will respect your opinion, though, so let's hear it. Because Georgia has been a very dominant team.
Yeah, I think everybody that is not a fan of a team in the SEC absolutely hates the SEC. I have absolutely no reason to hate Oregon besides Danny, so I don't like Oregon.
Hey, I'm drinking a Modelo just for you, and you give me that? You call me out already? All right,
Yeah,
I see how it is.
100%.
Okay, all right, let's go.
There you
I don't.
go.
I think we just
I
got
don't.
demonetized by drinking on stream.
I
Just
don't
throwing it
think
out there.
that.
I'll worry
Um,
about that.
I don't think Alabama should be in. Obviously, I didn't feel Texas had it in either, but I also didn't feel that Notre Dame should have been in. And I don't disagree with either of you two. I think BYU is the only one that actually had an argument or has a reason to be upset. They're unfortunately, I think they allowed Miami to jump to have an ACC team in,
Yeah, 100%.
and again, it's right, wrong, or indifferent. I mean, BYU. I mean, they got boat raced both games,
Sure.
unfortunately. And again, was it to the number 4 team? Yes. But who have they played as well? And that's what's hard. And I give Danny a lot of hell as well for who have the Ducks played. They played one ranked team and they lost to them. And so and yes, I understand that Penn State was ranked when they played Penn State in Penn State in a whiteout game, but again, other than that, they haven't really played anybody.
Yeah.
As far as like SEC teams, yeah, you can say that everything's handed to them on a silver platter, but I still think it's still the toughest division in college football is to play in the SEC, and that's why they end up getting the best players, and that's why the teams are a whole hell of a lot better. There's also a lot of money in the SEC as well, but there's a lot of colleges just like Indiana that are bringing in a bunch of money in these NIL deals that is allowing them to come in and get all these 5-star recruits instead of these 1-2-star recruits. And so the Hoosiers are doing a whole hell of a lot better now, obviously, than they typically do in football and not just basketball. But yeah, I mean, being a Georgia fan, they're obviously I'm going for Georgia. Georgia's going to win it all, so I'm not too worried about it. And I really hope they end up playing the Ducks just to prove a point.
Me too. Me too.
I saw something the other day that said on Twitter, and maybe John saw this too. Somebody said that we should wait to rank teams in the AP poll until like week 4 or 5, right?
Yep.
So there's no preseason rankings, so you're not starting off this team's potential, because you saw Penn State fell out of the top 10, Texas fell down, other team, Clemson, like all these teams fell. So why not wait till week 4 or 5 when we're kind of starting into conference play? That's one. Two, every conference in America right now has to go to 9 conference games. This whole some conferences will only play 8 while others play 9. And I heard Kirby Smart say, well, you saw that, in some of those games, some of these teams are beat up after 8, but other leagues play 9. So what's the difference, Kirby Smart? Like, play 9 games, be a man, like play your teams. Mm-hmm. Second or third thing, like it was said, I think we need to go back to the whole 10 to 12 team conferences instead of these 16 to 18 to 20 team conferences where you're not playing everybody at least once, or you don't have it broken down by division, so you can't separate out the tiebreakers for championship games. I think that's another harsh reality that the ACC showed us is going to be a huge problem going forward with these conferences when there's 3 or 4-way ties, especially with a team that has 5 losses on the season. So that's my big issue. But
how can you make the argument for Notre Dame when Notre Dame isn't even in a conference?
Right. And that's another one that they said, like Notre Dame has to get in a conference, right? So, and then the selection show, have it be one, just like NCAA basketball, your March Madness, have one selection show, not an every night Tuesday thing, so that they can flaunt some things. And then 2 days, 3 days, 4 days later, we're flipping these 2 teams because this happened where Virginia didn't win and a 5-loss team won the conference championship. So now our conference is out. So we got to put one of our teams that's on the bubble in.
Yeah, and some consistency with the committee. Like, this revolving committee thing doesn't work, right? Like, I mean, anytime you have a board, I mean, you got to have at least. You can't have everybody change it. I don't like that. That's what I don't like about the board.
Here's something else to consider. Okay, so Notre Dame played Arkansas. This was like, I think it was 2 games after they lost. It was 2 weeks after they lost both their those 2 games, right? And they played them down there in Fayetteville. Okay. Blasted them by like 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Arkansas AD is the head of the playoff committee. So could there have been a little vendetta that said we don't want the Irish?
Here's the problem, Kyle. And that's where ultimately, if you are going to have a committee, there needs to be a central head that's making final decisions. and that's keeping consistency, I'm okay with the committee changing every so often, but you cannot have active athletic directors on the board. On that committee, you know that you had Brett Yormark, the athletic director for Arkansas, which you just mentioned. You also had the athletic director for the University of Miami. And then, you have the asshole from the North who can't stay off the field and wants to blame refs over everything, Mark Harlan, who hates BYU. And some people will say, "Oh, well, they take their hat off, and then they don't add in any conversation because they don't want to fight for their conference and seem biased."
Any
Bull
other
crap.
board, they have to recuse themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they do that.
You know that Mark Harlan was sitting there when people were like, "I don't think BYU's that strong," and he was probably like, "I agree with you. I think they should go F themselves."
Yeah.
You can't have, especially athletic directors like Brett Yormark. What does he know about ball? The University of Arkansas has gotten progressively worse since he took over as athletic director there. He knows absolutely dog shit about football. Get him off of there. I'm okay with former coaches and players. Hell, congressmen. I don't care. It cannot be people that have actual skin in the game being on that committee.
Yep.
It's
Congressman
just like,
Condoleezza Rice. Come on, dude.
well, I mean,
They don't know about ball, but you're okay with congressmen? Come on, dude.
listen.
know anything about
Condoleezza Rice was
Congress.
smart and she did know ball.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, all
But
right.
yeah, but again, like you can't have people that have skin in the game throw that out there. It's plain and simple. You can't have
Bring the
ESPN
computers
making
back.
the call. You can't have ABC making the call, NBC, Fox, anybody that has skin in the game making those calls. It's got to be a true impartial committee. And I'm fine with the computers. Figure out what are the sources of truth that you're pulling from,
Yep.
and say,
And
okay,
then you
strength
know.
of schedule, strength of record. Is it from here? Is it from there? And you
Did you see what the projected BCS would be if there were BCS? I mean, that eliminates it, puts everybody in that we're talking about, right? Like,
Yeah.
and we all bitched about the BCS, right? But it's like,
Yeah.
where's the
Just about to say
BCS?
that.
I think we're pissed at the BCS because it gave weight to certain schedules and stuff, and we only had two. I like the idea of having a bigger, a bigger bracket. I mean, 12's not bad. 16 I think would be ideal, because I don't think like those four teams getting a bye. I think they would probably rather play
Have a home
have a
game.
home game,
Yeah.
and go that route. And then outside of that, if you don't make those 16, I saw somebody post a like an NIT type tournament. That would be fun as hell. Have like a secondary, so like if you feel like you got jaded, or those group of 5 teams that felt like, like we'll never get a chance,
But
go
they
into
don't play
that
in the
tournament.
bowl games. Why would they play in an NIT?
Well, you
That's
can
what I
make
was going
the
to say.
That's
If
what
they're
I'm
going to
saying.
get bumped from
you can
the
make the
original
NIT
bracket,
the bowl games though.
Yeah.
You can make the bowl games more meaningful in that regard.
Yeah, the one I saw earlier had like the Pop Tart Bowl, the Alamo Bowl, and all those where, like what is the Yankee Pinstripe
The
Bowl or
Pinstripe
whatever.
Bowl.
Like those feed into ultimately an NIT national championship, which I think gives you something to play
Holiday
for.
Bowl, like in San Diego. That'd be badass.
Yeah, I think they
See
have
what
the
Neuheisel
ReliaQuest
said?
Bowl.
What?
You see what Rick Neuheisel suggested?
What did he suggest?
Bowl games week 1. So you take your Big Ten, whoever, it's not the Pac-12 or whatever, your Rose Bowl game. Play those all week 1. They mean something.
I
You still
like
get a
that.
plan.
I do like having a power conference like weekend matchups.
Right, like basketball does.
Yep.
Yep.
I like that. So
that's a wild idea. I don't think it's going to happen, but I mean, it's outside the box thinking.
Texas is going to say, well, we're not going to schedule tough anymore, because Ohio State, they lost at Ohio State. So,
but
anyway.
yeah, we talked about that enough. Like, you can schedule cupcake games or just do what you're doing and win the game. Then that's added benefit for you for the rest of the season, when you could say, oh yeah, we did lose this game, but look, we beat Ohio State. Like, shut up.
All right, let's get to some picks and then move on.
Get to our first round picks right now.
I want scores too.
Oh, so I didn't really prepare with scores or even picks. I'm just gonna go off the cuff.
Wing it. You should go with your gut, John. Go with your gut, bud.
Hey, real quick, while Kyle's bringing, are we going to talk at all about BYU's comeback tonight against
Oh
Clemson?
no, I
Maybe
have that
later.
on my deal on the Jimmy V Classic. That was a great shot.
We're gonna stay on point here because we're gonna make our picks.
I
Then
know.
we're
I'm
gonna
just simply asking,
we're
are
gonna
we going to
razz on
talk about it?
Sean.
This
We're
is
gonna
just
razz
for
on
those
Sean.
out there listening. Understand that Kyle gives no agenda. That's why I want to.
Now we're adding on to it
Hey,
as
Sean.
it goes.
I didn't get an agenda. I got none. I got the
Exactly.
link
There is no
like 30
agenda.
Exactly.
Hopped on
I
him.
also got the
Get
link
on
like
the
30
break.
seconds before I joined.
Kyle's full
So
of crap.
yeah. All right. So should I share my screen? Let's share the screen and we'll see what we got for the picks. All right.
Are you gonna have this be an entry in like into ESPN stuff? Like, hey, here's the no sauce
I
pick'ems.
could, yeah, because
Yeah.
there's a
We could do
competition
we could
thing,
do a
but yeah.
channel and stuff
Yeah,
of our
for
own.
sure. I don't know. Maybe we could do a group
That
of
way
our
we
own.
could know of our viewers and those here on this call, those who
Yeah.
actually know ball.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. James Madison at Oregon on December 20th. What is that? That's 11 days away.
We're doing those games.
Yeah,
I
I'll
thought
be
we were
there. I'll be there.
We're doing the first round games, John. That's what we said.
No, Oregon's got that one in the bag.
Are they going to cover? They're 21.5 point favorites right now.
Yes, 100%.
Score.
Well, actually,
Give me a score.
yeah, no, I think they'll. I think it'll be. We'll go 10. 38.
38
10.
to 10. Thank
38
you.
to
That's
10.
the right way.
You gotta
Okay.
be fucking kidding me. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Danny. We know who you're picking.
No, that's the exact score that I picked. It was 38 to 10.
I'm going
I
to
was-
say
Okay,
I was
I'll change then.
close.
I'll go 41-13.
That was mine. That's what I have written down as 41-10
Okay, I'll go 41. You're going 41-10. I'll go 41-13. I'll give them that extra field goal.
mine's
41-10.
41-17 for me.
41-13, 41-17. Okay.
Yep. For James Madison, Oregon. So then we got Alabama at Oklahoma. We saw that the Sooners beat the Tide in Tuscaloosa 3 weeks ago.
And then Georgia dismantled them.
Alabama has played shitty the last 6 weeks. They have scraped by, 2 overtime wins? 1 overtime win against
One.
Mississippi State.
Then they had to
And then
grind one out against Auburn. Yeah.
No. Alabama loses. I'm sorry, you're done. You don't have Saban there anymore, holding the reins. Give me Oklahoma. And I'm not doing the score bullshit. Just move on.
Danny?
Jesus. I'll take Oklahoma. Yeah, boat racing, Bama, 42-28.
Wow.
I'll give you 17-20 Oklahoma, because Oklahoma's offense is not fully there.
Score first.
I know.
I'm just looking at the screen. 17 points for Alabama, and the home team's 20.
Oh, you're not. Your shit's buffering. That's why you don't got the scores. You're not getting that quick enough. You're not getting that input. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'm literally. It's tough because I don't know what Oklahoma's going to do. Their offense is non-existent.
John, that's what we're asking for. We don't need a computer. No metrics. Just pull it out of your ass. Feel it, John.
I didn't even add this to the stage. There we go. I didn't add that to the stage. Oh, interesting.
Hey, good job, Kyle.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hey,
That's why we can have nice things.
Sean,
there
who do
we
you
go.
got?
You got-
I got the Sooners to beat the Tide. I
got
also
the
feel like
Sooners.
it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be fairly close as well. Not in a 3-point difference. But I got 21-14 Sooners.
See, I like that score. I think 20, 24, 21, maybe it'll be close. I think for the Sooners as well. So we'll see. See. And then we got Tulane at Ole Miss. Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin, who gave the big middle finger to Oxford and took off for LSU. but they retained their offensive coordinator, and their defensive coordinator is the acting head coach or the interim head coach. So
no, they promoted him. He is the full-time coach.
Is he now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so they're going up against the BYU Jew, right? That's what he was called last year.
Yes,
BYU, yeah.
Yep.
love it. Yes,
So
go Retzloff.
didn't Tulane like hang with Old Miss earlier in the year, or did they get boat
No, Ole
they
Miss
got
kicked the
boat
dog
raced.
shit out of them, dude. Yeah,
They
Beat them
got
by 5 touchdowns.
yeah.
So are they going to beat him by 5 touchdowns again in Oxford?
No.
I was like, are you asking me for my pick? And
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, we'll let you go first, Sean.
I got Ole Miss. I don't think it's going to be by 5 touchdowns, but I think it's going to be by a significant amount. But I got Ole Miss. I got 35-6.
Wow.
35-6.
Dang. All right.
35. I didn't
That's
say
3
45.
touchdowns, Bill.
35.
No,
And
that's 4
what about you,
touchdowns.
Danny?
Yeah, I have it a little bit closer. I think Tulane comes out like with a bunch of emotion, and they kind of keep it close for a minute. But yeah,
And
I
kick a
mean,
field goal?
they no, they're going to score a couple touchdowns. But I mean, like I said, I mean, Ole Miss doesn't have their coach. I think it's going to be like interesting in the first half, but I think that Ole Miss is going to run away with it. I think it's going to be 45-21 Ole Miss.
Cool. Well, yeah, I want to go with you guys on that, but just for the graphic that we don't have, and that the graphic that hopefully Kyle can whip into Chat GPT, I'm gonna go with Tulane for the upset because I don't think it matters. I think whoever wins this game goes on and gets just thumped by Georgia. But I'm gonna go with Tulane. Close one, maybe a field goal. 33-30.
33-30. Okay.
All right.
I think 35-10. I don't think Tulane's going to score much on that Old Miss defense, so I'm going to go 35-10 there in Oxford. So we'll see what happens. And
All
then
right.
the final game is the two teams that beat Notre Dame in the regular season.
Take that one, Kyle.
No, go
Take
figure.
it, Kyle.
Miami, Texas A&M. I'm going with Carson Beck and the Canes to upset A&M in College Station. I know that the A&M hasn't played anybody. They played Notre Dame. They beat them. That's it. And then they got beat up by Texas in Austin. I am going with the Canes. I think they're playing really well right now. And I think Carson Beck and the Canes get it done in College Station at Kyle Field. And I think it's 31-24. So that's my pick. That's my upset pick for the first round.
All right.
I'm going to jump right on that same bandwagon. Okay. Texas A&M, again, similar talking points. Hasn't played anybody of great worth. Yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's a little close in the first half, but I think Miami pulls it away. They get 2, not 1, but 2 defensive scores. I'm going to go 38-14. 38-14.
38-14.
Yep. I also don't want.
I know Sean's been shaking his head, so I know he's going to pick A&M here because he's an SEC guy. So like it's only obvious.
That's not the reason why, though. I am going to go with A&M only because I see Beck choking like he typically does in bigger, meaningful games.
That's bitter. That's bitterness right there. See that shit don't belong on the college selection committee, Sean.
QB.
Yeah.
Hey, is it bitterness? I mean, I didn't like Beck to begin with, even when he was at UGA. So he typically tends to choke in bigger games. So and especially meaningful games. So I'm going to go with A&M solely for the fact that I don't think Beck's going to hold it together. I think he turns the ball over a couple of times. Even with that being said, I think it's close. But both defenses are fairly solid. So I think the U's defense keeps them in the game and keeps it close. But I think it ends up being like I'll go 21-19 score.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm unfortunately kind of got to side with Sean here a little bit. I also going to side with John. I think Miami, I think their defense is going to score a couple times, and keep Carson Beck in the game. A&M's offense has been really, really good. Hey, go Elko, right, Sean?
Yeah. Go Mike.
Yeah, go Mike, right? But no, I think it's a shootout. I think it's going to be one of the funnest games to watch, just because I think there's going to be a ton of points scored. A&M can't stop anybody, even though Carson Beck is kind of trash, but he's going to be able to put up some touchdowns. So I have a wild score here, and I think it's gonna be a last second touchdown. A&M's going to win 52-48.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oof.
That's a lot of points after
So,
what is
that's
that?
how
my
many
wild.
overtimes do you think they go into?
That could be 3 or 4.
I should say a 3-week long break because they didn't play last week, so it'll be almost 3 weeks since they
It'll
played.
be no different for the second
But
round. The second
they
round's
only
gonna get a 3-week
have.
break.
I mean, but you just found out 2 days ago who you're playing, so it's not like you were scheming against the team. You were just practicing.
But you get 2 weeks to prepare.
Well, yeah, so that's fine. College
It'll be
football.
interesting.
Yeah, be interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. So yeah, good times, great oldies. We like it. My internet's being super slow tonight. I don't know why.
You're in
Do
a
you want me to
basement.
show?
What?
Do you want me to show, Kyle, so that we can continue to go through? Are we trying to go all the way to the end and pick a
No,
winner?
we were just doing the first round tonight. We got a couple more episodes before Christmas.
Okay.
So now it's to the hot seat part of this that I told both you and Danny about. So all three of us, John, Danny, and I, went to Mesquite, Nevada. 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Call it. Yeah.
3 weeks ago. We went. It was a guys' trip, right? It was a guys' weekend.
Boys hanging out. Yeah, absolutely.
Making memories.
Yeah.
We didn't have any tickets to the Knights game, so we didn't have any.
I hate that
What were they
phrase.
called? Standing room only tickets with no view.
No view.
No
No
view.
view.
That.
Yeah,
We didn't
none
have
of
any
that.
psycho Airbnb.
No Hondurans in the garage.
We didn't have
That
to worry
you
about
know of.
ice coming to our
Didn't have a house.
rooms. So, but there was one person that didn't come,
And a very key person that could have changed the weekend.
yeah,
possibly.
he might have been able to hit some balls out of the ballpark because we didn't. I think we may hit one the whole weekend.
Did we?
I think we hit one, didn't we?
We did hit one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his face?
So we hit one,
The second
right?
base hit one.
And so this guy that didn't come, he can hit the ball out of the ballpark, and he decided not to come. And apparently, we now have boy-girl baby showers. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah,
so
Coed.
We're gonna let Sean tell us about these boy-girl baby showers that we were made aware of late in the game, that he turned us down to not come to Mesquite, Nevada. Now, I will give him credit. Staying around for his pregnant wife Kennedy, who's
don't give him no credit. No, you're ruining the moment. God dang it. No, yeah. What the hell, Sean? Yeah, no. We got Coed baby showers, and it's not like we just sprung this on him a week beforehand. This was months ahead of time. Like, he found out he was pregnant, and then we put out Worlds, and he's like, "No, I got a Coed baby shower."
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I also didn't think that they were a thing. Second of all, I was surprised as well. I'm not gonna say I didn't want to go. But I'm choosing my words. For what?
You said you didn't want to go. I'm just trying to paint the picture for the viewers. Which one didn't you want to go to?
The baby shower.
Oh, okay.
But
take note.
I'm choosing my words carefully, considering my wife is also sitting here in the room.
Hey, Kennedy, I don't know if you can hear us, but
she can't hear or see you guys.
We'll share it. Don't worry.
I'm sitting in the game room upstairs, and so I don't have this room put together at all yet. But so I talked about going to Worlds like we typically do, and it just happened to fall on the same weekend. And so I was planning on going until I was told that I had to go. And I said, I don't go to baby showers. I don't know who goes. And she goes, well, we're going to try to make it co-ed. So like the rest of my family will come. I'm like, oh, so we don't even know if they're coming or not yet. Like, I'm going to be the only guy standing in this thing. I was like, I don't want to do that. But again, pregnant wife, not going to argue so much about it. So yeah,
Listen,
so
you could have gone and she would
That's
have
not
forgotten
the
about it.
Oregon O. That's not what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I made these calls the last go around. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes here.
Mm.
But that's a
Was it-
totally
was it
different
you-
conversation. That's
Yeah.
no. She was
Was it you,
included
though?
in those things. Anyways, we'll move past that.
What other boys were at this baby shower? Were
Yeah.
you the only one?
I mean, my stepdad was there. Her dad was there. I mean, uncles, cousin, my brothers.
Was
Some
the arc
friends.
finished though, so you guys could at least go out and hang out on the arc?
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another thing Sean's been building for the past 8 months is an arc in his backyard. So that's a
Yeah,
different
I mean,
story, too.
they very much twisted my word around, but it's all good.
Welcome to the show, Sean.
Yeah, hey, you know what? It is what it is. But no, I did not go to Worlds this year. You know, you can sit there and blame me all you want, Kyle, for you guys sucking, but I mean, play better. Whether I show up or not, I mean, you guys got to play ball. So
It's
if
not
you would have played
necessarily
better,
about
guess
you
what?
showing up,
You
Sean.
sound a whole hell of a lot like Notre Dame right now, and just expecting to be a winner and not just go out there and win a game. Don't be blaming
It's
me.
not about you, Sean. It's about you bringing your wife, because the 2 tournaments that I've played with Channel 4, when she has been there, we have won.
Mm.
The other times that she hasn't been there, we have not won. So
Would you like to tell her that? Because I mean,
She
you can
already
sit here
knows
and yell
that.
at me all you want.
she already knows that. So it's your fault for knocking her up, period.
Keep it in your pants.
That's a whole different discussion if we're going to be completely honest.
How many kids do you guys all have? I mean, Danny, you had 3 before 21, so you're out of the conversation.
Before 20, but that's not the
20.
conversation. That's
You're
not
right,
the
my bad.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on kid number 2, so relax.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, good times. But yeah, it is true though. The only 2 tournaments we've won, she's been at with you.
She has been there for the 2 tournaments that we did win. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean,
She's
it's
over
just
here smirking. By the way,
Go
I'm
Kennedy.
just really glad
Go
she can't hear
Kennedy.
you.
yeah, Kennedy's awesome. I ain't got no problem with Kennedy. We just got to give you the hard time since
Yeah.
you dogged us for a baby shower. Which did you get any like extra special?
Open
Whoa,
bar.
Keep it PG. Keep it PG.
Open bar.
What is it on Grown Ups? I can't say it out loud. Extra
Chocolate.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Chocolate
want to get wasted.
Wait, hold on. You said it was an open bar.
100%.
So
Yeah.
did you pay for the open bar, or was it Dad that paid for the open bar?
It's probably a dad.
Well, I mean, that's another reason I guess.
Nah.
It's a good reason to stay. So
I will say this: it was fairly fun, from what I can remember.
Where was it?
Dowling Hall.
Oh, got you. So the new beer mug next door, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Speaking of that, how are things going with the pregnancy, the baby, everything else? Everything good? I know there was a little bit of concern, initially, but how are things going?
No, we never really had any concerns or anything like that. She's good. Baby's good. Baby's healthy. We do have a sports board going on. If you guys want to put some money on that.
A sports board?
Yeah, basically, you pay the $5. It's like a Super Bowl board. So you pick the date
you pick
that
the date when the baby's born.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, so we got that going.
Sean is kind of turning leaf for Kennedy, like Kennedy, Kennedy and Sean, kind of 2 different people a little bit, in the outside world. Sean sent me something the other day from like his days back in the Clink, dude. She was making some pruno at the house. So for anybody who knows what that is, if you don't,
I
Google
love
it.
how nobody knew what I was talking about except for Danny, which I think says more about him as well.
Don't don't
I
disguise
knew
it.
what it was because I watch, Mayor of Kingstown and other shows that they show all that.
Not
stuff,
the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but it's similar. So I understand it.
Not really, no.
And then when you put if you know, it's like, yeah, these guys are idiots. So
We are. No
Yeah,
disguising
100%.
that. Yeah, never said that I wasn't.
Yeah. Nor did I. Actually, I'm pretty sure we tend to agree with that statement like 100% of the time.
yeah,
That's about the only thing we agree on 100% of the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
true. It's true. Well, good times. It's always fun to talk about that. Did she get good stuff? Did the baby get good stuff?
Yeah. Yep. Got everything
Did
that
you
we
get to
Did
pick
she
wanted.
any
get
of
it?
it, or did your
Yeah.
wife just say, "Hey, Kennedy's like I'm picking everything"? You just hold the
Well,
gun.
Yeah.
Did the baby get a Knights jersey? That's what I want to know. So that'll
Not a
spring
Knights
our
jersey.
next hockey conversation.
No, the baby, she hasn't gotten a Knights jersey. Not yet. But we'll make sure that she gets everything right. We'll get her a UGA jersey. We'll get her a Knights one. We'll get her a Giants one. We'll get her a Packers one.
It's on you guys. You gotta hit that. You get one of those cool little light blue Mammoths jerseys, and just shove that in the.
True.
No.
Hold on. So who were the teams again? The Knights, Bulldogs, the Packers,
Packers,
and
The
who else?
Giants.
the San
Giants.
Francisco
he said.
Giants.
John's a
I'm all over the
Dodger
place.
fan. John's a Dodger fan. Like yeah.
No.
John's
No,
like,
not
yeah.
even a little bit.
Oh, see, we just
Yeah.
like to pay for our championships. We don't have to.
You just
We don't have
paid
to.
$34 million for a reliever. I didn't even know you
I
had any
know.
more money left.
We do. We're going to continue to pay for our championships. We don't
Hey,
need to cheat in order to get them,
I know
or cheat
everybody
to get
was
record
against
books.
everybody was against Toronto because they didn't want to see a team in Canada win. But I think a lot of people forgot that was Team Canada versus Team Japan playing in the World Series.
Yep. Yep.
Baseball Classic coming up
Because Dave
Yeah.
Roberts, Dave Roberts was born in Japan, wasn't he?
on a military base.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, he has some ties there. Like he speaks Japanese from what I recall. So that's fair. Yeah, that's fair assessment. But you know what? World Series trophy sitting in LA, not in Japan or Tokyo or anything
Get
like
out
that.
of here with
So,
that.
hey,
I mean, they would take it with them if they could.
If I could defer $700 million, or one of my Cubs guys could defer $700 million, maybe. No, we still have the World Series.
Here you go,
They don't
Yak.
have-
I hope you're listening because he was bitching about not listening to anything except for college football. So here's and also a Dodgers fan, by the way. So
yeah,
Good times. Good times. All right, so I got another video. I want to show you this. We'll get a reaction from everybody on this one. This is great.
Because
We
your
know what
Wi-Fi
the
is working
video's
so
about
good.
before.
It's Portnoy.
That's true.
It's Portnoy's reaction after the Raider Bronco game the other day on Sunday when he lost a bet because the Raiders kicked a field goal with like 4 seconds left. So this is his reaction that I think is comical, and we'll get the reaction from each one of you.
Of all time, and you have to investigate the Raiders. Investigate the Raiders. What are they doing? What the? That's the worst beat of all time. That is cheating. What the? I got to rewind this. That's the worst beat of all time. This is the worst beat of all time. Pete Carroll should be in prison. Prison for Pete Carroll. First of all, the refs, everybody. This is prison. This is prison.
Why are they kicking there? They're down 10. They have no reason.
16 seconds left in the game. By the way, the play before this, there was 20 seconds. They threw it. Prison. The spread's 8.5.
Mm-hmm. You can't tell me Pete.
They spiked the ball, by the way. They ran up and spiked it as a tempo. Prison Pete Carroll. Murder Pete Carroll. I want Pete Carroll murdered. Can you see this play right here? Can you see this play? 10, 9, 8. Scramble, throws it down. Game's over. There's 8, 7, 6. They throw a flag for sitting on the guy with 4 seconds. They're not even going to come close to getting a playoff. They call a delay a game with 4 seconds. The game was over. The game was over. What the hell? And then they run out the field goal unit and kick a field goal with no time left. Prison.
That's epic. Like,
I mean, there's points to it, though. I mean, seriously, like
there's validity to it. Like, the spread was 8.5, right? And what? So the argument by some is that there's 0.000001 chance that they could kick an onside kick, kick the field goal and then kick an onside kick and throw a Hail Mary, right? But it's like in 4 seconds, you're not gonna be able to do all of that. So,
prison, Kyle.
People keep seeing the NFL's rigged. I mean,
I don't know. I think that's more of Pete Carroll being Pete Carroll, 77 years old or whatever he is, just thinking, oh my God, we can win, go kick the field goal, rush him out. I just think that I don't think that Pete Carroll is like, hey man, what's the spread? We got to get something. Pete Carroll is more of like, look at Pete Carroll and Jim Harbaugh. Like they did things throughout their years of matchups that this is going to come up 3 years from now. It's something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I see that of Pete Carroll just being Pete Carroll because I've watched Pete Carroll as a coach from college to pro so many times. This just seems like a Pete Carroll thing to me.
Well, and here's the other
great reaction though. Great reaction. He makes great points, but I don't think it's warranted.
Yeah. But here's the other thing. The Broncos didn't punt the ball. They went for it on 4th down, which they could have pinned the Raiders back even further and basically ended the game. So you can't blame Pete Carroll. Blame Sean Payton for not kicking the ball.
Maybe that's the reaction because that's the type of coach that Pete Carroll is. Like even going back to his USC days, man. Like that's the type of shit that Pete Carroll used to do just to prove a point. Oh, you did this, I'm going to do this. And like I said, he's like 77 or whatever. So 4 seconds is, that's not a long time for him.
He's 77 and he's still chomping on that gum. How would you like to be the guy on the other end of that headset?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, good time.
That guy's spry, man.
Yeah, no.
Pete Carroll's a gamer, but yeah, I think there's something fishy there. I know that he was just trying to get points.
Well, and it hit the over too when they kicked that field goal.
Yeah,
it hit the over too, so people lost. Sean just left. I don't know if he's out or if he's coming back or like what he's doing.
It looks like he was trying to figure it out. There's
new. Part of me that thinks somebody told him something, or somebody said something to somebody to try to push that through. I mean, because there's no reason to stop the game there. Literally, there's not enough time, and for the ref to throw a flag there.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. So, who lost on Jalen Hurts' poor fantasy night last night? Sean, did you lose on Jalen Hurts? Are you in the playoffs?
He's stuck.
Can he not hear us?
No, I don't think so.
Sean, your AirPods suck.
Yeah, he was bitching about your Wi-Fi. Look at him. His ARC isn't getting very good Wi-Fi.
His Wi-Fi is there. He's
that
on.
hat is garbage, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, he wore the shirt just to please you guys too, because it's a Salt Lake Beast. The only thing Salt Lake he has.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm in the playoffs in every one of my leagues except my big money league. That sucks.
So I'm only in 2 this year. I'm out of my money league, but I'm in my family league. So there's still possibly an ass tattoo that could be another 49er one this year. Still in the mix for that. So which includes my mom, my sister-in-law, and my wife, all in the running for that. By the way,
Sean, can you hear us now? Are you in?
I can hear you now.
Jesus.
Holy moly! Get that technology figured out.
As soon as I plugged my phone in, I lost everything else.
That's awesome. We were talking about. I don't know if you saw the clip or not the clip. The thoughts on Pete Carroll kicking the field goal late.
Yeah, gotta screw up the casinos, man. That's what it's all about.
No. It wasn't the casinos. He helped the casinos.
I'm aware. I didn't say. Trust me, he's trying to do what he's in Vegas. He's getting paid money by Vegas. He's gonna do what he needs to do.
That is a very interesting point. That there might have already been guess what?
They
This
do
comes
have
out of this. Here's the line.
something.
I'll cut you into a good 15 G's if that hits. Just saying.
15 G's. He could go to prison. Like
Yeah.
Portnoy saying for that, he ain't doing it for no 15 G's. He's getting
No,
paid
I'm just
millions.
I'm just
you
throwing
have
out
Add a
Major
few
League
zeros
Baseball
there.
players that were doing it for like $1,200.
Yeah, the pitcher who spiked one, dude, got like $38.
Two pitchers.
Yeah.
Sean, how did your fantasy team, handle Jalen Hurts' game last night?
I ended up still winning that one. I got him in my dynasty league. I mean, out of my 4 leagues that I'm in, but no, he. The only thing that saved me is that apparently the only person he felt like throwing to last night was Goddard. So
Yeah.
Well, I
He
mean,
saved
AJ
me.
Brown had like 7 catches for like 90-something yards.
yeah, I don't got AJ Brown.
Uh,
I do have Goddard
Valid
though.
point.
Yeah.
he does have Goddard though, so yeah, that's interesting. Did you hear Phillip Rivers is signing for the practice squad for the Indianapolis Colts?
Did you see the reaction on the pregame show? Did you see what's his name at the end, dude? The big dude, the big black dude at the end of the bar there. His reaction when they were talking about it, and even Troy Aikman was just like, come on, man. Like, no, they
Well,
do
no,
5 years
Troy-
out of the league. He's 44, dude. Like, if he was still in the league, that's one thing. But what does
Even
that say
Troy
about
said
Colin
what
Kaepernick?
Joe Buck asked Troy, he goes, "You gonna get back out there?" He's like, "Yeah, I've only been out 25 years." He's like, "I'll dump a little pass to the outside." He's like, "I still got it."
Yeah.
Dude, I want to
just give
see
me
that
a-
and just see Troy get lit up.
That's
Well,
what
he
I
said he said he'd come in for a third down.
Yeah,
Be a third down quarterback.
down.
Little tush push.
He's not
He
doing no
ain't tush
push.
pushing. He's
Yeah, he
handing it
ain't.
off.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Anthony Richardson though? Isn't he still a Colt?
I don't know.
He's hurt.
He's hurt. He's been hurt for the last 2 years.
That's how Daniel Jones got the. Well, I think he was available at the beginning of this year, but I think that that he got hurt in preseason.
I don't know if it was
And-
preseason or what, but yeah, I thought it was just in practice. It could have been preseason, but I know that Daniel Jones won the starting position, and then Anthony Richardson ended up getting hurt. He had like a season-ending injury. He had surgery or something.
Yeah, and then that Leonard dude, like now it's funny because it's a casting call. I actually told Kobe, I was like, dude, Indianapolis's season just seems too good. Like something's bound to happen because I mean,
You
their
put the
running
cheese
back
on
is
them.
the man.
Here's what happened to Anthony Richardson. He is on injured reserve with an orbital bone fracture from a freak pregame accident in October 2025, where a resistance band pole
Hit him in the
snapped
eye.
in his eye, requiring surgery.
I don't believe that.
His
I think somebody hit him in the mouth.
No, it's the eye.
Yeah,
Well,
it's somebody hit him in the eye.
face.
Yeah.
Clearly the eye. He didn't say the jaw. They said orbital bone. So that's there. I know I had it broke once by
You know
somebody
what I
hitting
meant.
it, actually.
Yeah, somebody hit him.
Yeah.
Whether that have been with a helmet,
He was mouthing
or-
off and just.
He was. Yep.
It wasn't Daniel
100%.
Jones, though. I can guarantee that. It wasn't Daniel
Could you
Jones.
imagine Daniel in the
He
shower?
definitely
Just
didn't do
stuck
it with his
behind
foot.
him.
Sad thing was Daniel Jones.
I
was
am the
having a
captain
good season.
now.
Like he was having a decent season.
Danny Jones was. I was rooting for Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
100%.
It's Indiana Jones now. It's not Danny Dimes anymore. It's Indiana Jones.
And look at the AFC. I mean, with the Patriots and the Colts and the Broncos, like, dang, we're in a
No
time
more Colts.
portal here all of a sudden.
Drake May for MVP, my friend. Drake May for MVP.
See, Bo Nix, dude. Bo Nix for MVP.
Yeah.
Bo Nix isn't an MVP. He gets
No,
away
he's
with
not.
a lot because the Broncos defense is good. Plus, the AFC West isn't great. The Chiefs suck
Bo
And-
just knows comebacks, dude. Bo knows comebacks.
against the Giants. Yeah, let's go with
If
that.
he was
Against
better
the
though,
Giants,
he
was
wouldn't have
awful.
to play from behind every game either.
Okay, yeah, that's why Aaron Rodgers couldn't win in the fourth quarter, right? Yeah, that's because he wasn't any good, right?
All right.
Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
is 10 times the quarterback Bo Nix is.
I know, but he couldn't win. He doesn't. He's not on the all-time list for comeback. So I can tell you that.
No.
I don't know. Should we give a shout out to our friend Damien?
Oh, we
No,
got
no.
to clown on it. We got to clown on it a little bit.
Time. He's the
Why is
only
he
one
earned
that
a
ever
shout out?
comments on our videos on YouTube too. So
Okay.
What else does he have to do?
I don't know.
He's not watching his team play in a conference championship. I can tell you that.
I mean, neither are
He
you.
was definitely one he kept saying that. I mean, Texas was going to make it in, and
He did keep saying
Yeah,
Texas was
that
gonna make
was
it in.
the dumbest thing ever. Him saying that Texas was going to sneak in somehow made absolutely no sense.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, the sky would have had to have started to fall for Texas to have made it in over all the other people that had a case to make it in. Like, not a shot.
Yeah.
Not a shot.
Best team in Texas is
Texas Tech.
love it.
Sean's
Yeah.
shaking his head right now. I can see it. He's shaking his head because he's debating that.
Who's the best team in Texas, Sean? Who's the best team in Texas?
About Texas Tech for you, Sean. Outside of the game they lost, without their starting quarterback at Arizona State, they beat everybody by 20 plus on their schedule. BYU is the one that came the closest the first time they played at 22. So, and I'm so mad that their linebacker, what's his I can't remember.
Jacob Rodriguez.
Jacob Rodriguez isn't a Heisman finalist because that dude is a monster on defense. So,
Yep.
Hit the goalpost, hit the crossbar in pregame show.
He did.
Yep.
He did.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, he's played incredible this year. That whole defense has, but many people have said the Heisman's a quarterback, or I guess quarterback / running back award. Like, it was a freak
Still the
accident.
MVP.
Well, I get that, but like, there's got to be more weight into it. If you look online, there's a Heisman vote, like a fan vote for it, and he's number one out of the whole nation, and he's not even in the top 4. Like, then why put out that vote? Why have the fans vote on it if you're not going to like put some of that into it?
To make people think that they're involved and that
Yeah.
they have a say.
Hey, Betcher from Oregon, dude. He scored a touchdown, dude. So hey, he's just they've got the Caucasian collision whatever up in Oregon for their linebackers. That's going to be
Enough with
fun to
Oregon.
see.
That's another thing we should discuss too, because that's coming up. Is that this weekend? It's on Saturday, isn't it?
I think so.
The Heisman Trophy winner announcement.
I'm not entirely sure. Is it usually on Saturday?
Yeah, it's the Saturday night, isn't it?
I thought it was like a Monday night thing.
I thought it was Monday night as well.
Could be
Or
wrong.
is that the MVP
Heisman
awards
ceremony,
and-
December 13th,
Saturday.
which is Saturday.
Yep.
So
Saturday.
who do you have winning the Heisman Trophy? There is Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame, Fernando Mendoza, the quarterback from Indiana, Diego Pavia from Vandy, and Julian Sayin from Ohio State.
No, it's Mendoza.
Agreed.
He's the most valuable for sure. I understand it's a Heisman, but what he was able to do and the way he brought that team, because this is his first year at Indiana, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
He wasn't there last
And-
year.
Yeah, so he went to a new college, new team, new offensive coordinator, new offensive strategy, new scheme
program in NCAA history up until this year, dude. Until 2 weeks
and
ago.
For him to turn that team around, and they leaned on him a lot. For him to come back in after the shot he took on the very first play, like, nah,
Did you see
he's
that
Heisman.
ball that he threw to seal that win too? Like the 25 or 30-yard gain
Against Penn State or this last game?
Well, no, against Ohio State to seal it, right? They got that first down.
Yes.
I mean, that was a dime. And then the ball that he threw, which still the catch was more amazing than the throw, but like to lead
Absolutely.
Indiana downfield against Penn State for the game-winning touchdown.
Yep.
Like
that was the Heisman moment, not the throw.
If they won out, like that to me sealed it. If they won out, and the fact is, he beat Julian Sayin head-to-head. So that right there. But I mean, don't be surprised if Diego Pavia wins it though, because Vandy hasn't been good without him at quarterback over the.
Don't spin this around to another SEC thing.
I'm not.
You are.
Just don't be surprised if it happens.
I would be very surprised if that happened. I don't think it even comes remotely close.
I wouldn't even throw it on the SEC. I would throw it on ESPN because they have been talking him up all year.
Yeah,
ESPN is just
I just think
on the
Indiana
Pavia
winning
train.
the Big Ten, Indiana winning the Big Ten with Mendoza at quarterback, beating the defending national champs. I think that sealed it, right? That just said this is it. This is the guy. Jeremiah Love's a heck of a running back, and he's going to be very good at the next level. Like he'll be top 10 draft pick if he's not a top 5 draft pick next year. So
yeah, as far as Mendoza goes, I mean, got to see him in person, obviously, and the question the whole time I kept saying is like, gosh, do we not know about this guy? Like, do they have a quarterback that can run all of a sudden? And I just thought it was a fluke. Like, we didn't game plan against him. And then as I watched him all year long, it was like, no, man, he was just that good. Like, he really is that dude. And I mean, taking the shot, like Sean said, I thought as soon as he took that pop, I was like, well,
I thought it was
there
over.
goes that. There goes that. God dang it. Ohio State's going to run away with it. But, I mean, manned up, and he's just out there, and you listen to him in interviews, like the kid's just having fun playing football.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a big thing, too, when you get, guys at this stage in their career, like, are they still having fun playing football as 4th or 5th year seniors, or are they just going through it for the grind, right? Like, so that's enjoyable. I think, like you said, the running back for Notre Dame, very, very good running back. He is going to be good at the next level. Julian saying he's a good quarterback as well. He's just got really, really, really 2 high caliber receivers. I mean, you have those type of guys to throw to. Ohio State's had that over the years. Look at how many Ohio State quarterbacks from like Terrell Pryor and dudes like that big numbers in college. But when you're throwing to people that are just so much faster than everybody else, not saying they're not great athletes, I just, I have a hard time putting an Ohio State quarterback over when they're really close because of the inflated stuff out there. So yeah, definitely I would go with Mendoza for sure.
I'm still a little stuck on what Kyle said. When you think he's going to be a top 5, Jeremiah Love, anyways.
No chance. No chance. No chance.
I don't think so either.
If you look at held to 33 yards against Miami, what was it?
Okay, first game of the season, so
50-something yards against Arkansas.
Not in the playoffs.
66 yards against Stanford. Like, those are not great defenses, and you couldn't do more than that.
Or they were up by 30 plus, and they didn't have to give him the ball much. Plus, he was in a dual backfield with another guy that they gave the ball to almost in an equal share most of the time. So
that used to happen to LaMichael James. They would take him out in the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
I heard that name.
This guy's not LaMichael James, though.
He'll be a top 10 pick. He could be top 5 depending on all the combine stuff and what teams need what when it comes up in the draft.
Well, and that's what I was looking at. If you look at like the 5 worst teams in the NFL right now, I think number 1 is the Giants and then the Raiders. It's not going to be the Giants because it might be the Giants. They got a quarterback in Dart.
But how long is it going to take for Scatterboo to get back?
You're right. Yeah, you got Scatterboo, but that's if he comes back and he's healthy.
Titans too. Think about the Tennessee Titans. They have Tony Pollard back there, who finally went off this week against Cleveland, which is surprising because Cleveland had one of the best rushing defenses in the league. But
that's also one game.
I know that's the thing. That's the sample size. So
it's not going to be Vegas because they just drafted Genty.
Cam Ward. You have 2 young guys that you can build together in that backfield. I don't know. I'm just saying, from what I saw from that dude and the way he ran in the games that I watched, not looking at stats and looking at his build, there was an interview he did before one of the games, and just the professionalism of the guy, the way he sounded, like I could see a team investing in him early in the draft. That's just my opinion.
But what about LJ Martin, dude? I thought he was definitely one of those top running backs in the country.
He is, but he still he can decide if he wants to come back. He's still got one more year of eligibility.
He has one. I thought he was. My bad. I thought
he is a senior, but he can come back for a graduate year. Yeah.
Oh, got you. My bad.
I mean, I would love to have LJ. If you look at BYU's schedule for next year, we could easily go 11-1 again. Like, our schedule next year is much easier. So maybe LJ does. Maybe he has a more experienced Bear Bachmeier to play next to.
It's all dependent on if they get rid of the OC. If Aaron Roddick leaves, get rid of him and let this offense open up more because Aaron Roddick is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, Sean.
Yeah,
That's my
he had
bit.
a
That's
freshman
my bit
quarterback.
about BYU. Period. Is that their offensive coordinator, especially in big games, he sucks. He's terrible.
He doesn't adapt well.
He doesn't open it up. He's too conservative. Like, let the
He had
guys
a freshman quarterback, dude. He didn't even know he was going to start at the beginning of the year.
But when he had Jake
He's
Retzlaff
18
last
He
years
year,
thought he
old.
was starting at Stanford.
here's the problem, Danny. We're down by how much in that championship game, and we didn't throw a single pass over 30 yards.
He couldn't.
And the
Your
one time
quarterback couldn't drop back, dude. Their defense was on him on 3 steps back. He couldn't get
I
rid of the
know,
ball.
but that's an example of what happened the rest of the year. Very rarely, I could say maybe 5 to 10 times all season where we threw a ball more than 30 to 40 yards downfield.
Yeah.
Everything was dump passes, screen passes.
I mean, it
Yeah.
worked for you, though.
Can Bachmeier throw? I mean, how consistent is he in practice? Like, is he throwing those? Like, there's got to be a reason. He's not just like, oh, no, we're not throwing the ball down. Like, they've got to be putting in reps and they've got to have metrics saying, hey, he's good from 25 under, but anything above that, it's a crapshoot. So you
The
get
one time they threw deep down the field against Texas Tech in that title game, it was a 30, 40-yard pass. Chase Roberts had beat the defender. The defender had to interfere with him and get the flag thrown, or else it might have been a touchdown. Yeah. They don't take shots. I don't know why.
Right.
I don't know if it's a fear of the pass rush or what, or they don't trust their offensive line. But, like, Bear can throw it. He threw some dimes against Iowa State. Yep. He threw some dimes against, TCU. Like, he can throw it. I just don't know why Aaron Roddick doesn't want to open it up against a team like Texas Tech when you have to open it up. So
that's a tough that is a tough defense, dude. That's those front four, dude. That's going to be tough, dude. I'm really concerned about that.
Well, they were talking about those two of those defensive ends. They think could be first rounders too. So
yeah, there's some big dudes up there.
Put in what is it, $10 million on that front line there?
Yeah.
$10 million in
they spend
money.
$30 million total on their entire roster.
Yeah, 28 to 30 is 28 to 30 is what I've heard.
Oh, that'll be another topic for the next episode. What Utah announced today, as well. Did you guys hear about that?
Yes.
Yeah. Sean, did you hear about that? They're signing with a private equity firm
out of New York
to raise funds and everything else to run their athletic department, basically, so that they can.
I think USC and Michigan kind of already started that train, and I think they just had a local. Yeah, I think that's kind of the same deal because they're talking about some of that shit too. So
college sports is awful.
Yeah, absolutely awful. Absolutely awful.
That was the best part about watching college sports is that those kids were balling out because they were trying to make it to the pros to make the money. Now, most of these kids are making more money now than they ever will playing in the NFL.
Yep. That's why they're staying longer. That's why rosters are older now than they were,
But here's the problem. Here's the problem. I saw, what was it? Bussin' with the Boys was interviewing Ed Ogeron.
Yep. And he said it's been happening.
And he's like, it's been happening for years.
Well, yeah. Think of the SMU situation back.
That's not that, but no. Dude. That of course we all know that. That's why they went to this. Like, yes, it's been happening for years. This is Excel. This is completely. This is not NIL. Yeah. NIL was name, image, and likeness. Yep. I got a jersey that you're selling in your pro shop with my name on it, my number on it. Yep. They should get some cheddar. That doesn't mean, and I'm going to throw my boys under the bus, that Nike says, hey, guess what? I'm going to throw you $1 million. You just got to wear Nike shit. That wasn't what NIL was meant for. And I don't know if it was Liner or Brady Quinn that said it the other day, that they should be tied together. If you take NIL money, you can't transfer multiple times in the portal. So if you take NIL money from BYU, you're stuck to BYU. You're signing a contract.
Yep. Or you lose a year of eligibility.
Yeah, whatever that, and that's collective bargaining or whatever. And like we've talked about before, that's semi-professional football, which is what's happening and it's going to end up being. But yeah. Stop the chain. Right. Stop the chain.
Sean's got to get to bed. He's tired. What time you got to be up?
Stop.
Don't
Don't.
even. He doesn't have kids he has to get up for in the morning. Shut up, Kyle.
I got a kid.
He's
He
got
does have a child.
Plural.
He does have a
Kids,
child.
plural, yeah,
Plural.
pluralized.
He does
Yeah,
have a
here, I got
child.
a couple
Hold on.
months.
Okay.
Don't give him that.
So
Yeah.
that's a point. I don't mean to go back to that. You guys went through all that pageantry for your second kid.
Well,
No.
his wife's first
second
kid.
wife too.
Second wife, John.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, my bad.
And
my
there's
bad.
a lot.
Her
There's a
first.
lot else that goes into
I would
that.
know more about this had Sean come. I could have gotten to know him a little better.
No,
Yeah.
My bad.
Blame me. It's always my fault. So we could blame
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
It is Kyle's fault because the last tournament we went to, I'm still waiting for that pulled pork. And that was like 6 months ago.
Oof,
Don't
that's
even
bad,
start
Kyle.
with that. All right, leave that alone.
That's
Hey, you
bad,
brought it
Kyle.
back up.
Hey, so Kyle, I know we're running pretty long today, but did y'all happen to catch the Jimmy V Foundation
Yes,
tournament
well,
there?
I didn't watch. I watched till halftime when they gave up a 20. BYU gave up a 21-0 run to end the first half against Clemson at Madison Square Garden, Jimmy V Classic. I turned it off.
Yeah.
Went to Costco with the kid. Checked
Close
the
it out.
score. They were still down by 8 or something when I left Costco. Then I got home and they had hit the game-winning shot to win 67-64, come all the way back. So,
So I have a buddy who he's a Ute fan. He texted us as soon as halftime, like as soon as we went into half, and he texted me. He said, "Hey, do yourself a favor, take a bet to have BYU come back and win against Clemson." And I was thinking he wanted to bet me, and I'm like, I'm not going to make that bet. This
the
guy
line
just
was
wants.
probably plus
It was plus 450. It was plus
So it's
450.
4-1. That's it. That's
Yeah.
sad.
He put a $500 bet down on that for BYU to come back.
So he won
he was
$2,000?
betting BYU to come back, and sure enough, if you watch that second half, like whatever Kevin Young said in the locker room, whatever was done, like AJ came out with a fire lit, and he controlled that second half. And Kibaketa had 3 posterized dunks, like almost in a row in like a 3-minute span. 2 of them off of alley-oops from AJ, and then that 3 to end it. Oh,
I mean, it's good they won,
boys.
but when they get playing against teams that keep playing 40 minutes and their coach says, go get an offensive rebound or go to the offensive glass, BYU can't rebound. They're going to get out-rebounded in every game. They're awful at rebounding. I would just tell them to go to the offensive glass every possession because they don't defensive rebound very well at all.
No, I think you guys are completely missing the point. I think they went in at halftime, looked at the point spread. ESPN hit them up. It's the Jimmy V Classic. That's ESPN, right? All that money's going towards them. Like, hey, we got to keep this close, fellas. I mean, the narrative's got to stay the same between sports, doesn't it? Just throwing that out there, fellas.
Vegas's red phone's just going off. It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
We're losing big here.
Got to be closer. Got to get closer, fellas.
Especially now that DraftKings is the official sports book of ESPN.
100%. We've opened up that discussion. That was, we thought that was different for years, and now it's either you're in or you're out, right?
The Cougs did that purely for entertainment and viewership numbers, right?
Yeah.
Everybody tunes off at halftime, goes and checks on whatever other BS is out there, and then they're down by 6. I got to turn this back on.
Yeah, we got to host in football. We got to make up some cash in basketball. Get it closer, fellas. Get it closer, fellas. Doing it for the university, absolutely, because we have standards.
Oh, good times. All right, you guys, we're gonna end this episode. We appreciate Sean jumping on.
Hey, last time is now. Just throwing that out there. That's happening this Saturday as well.
Damien's gonna hate Danny for that point.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Go James Madison.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Sorry.
Go Dukes.
Came out. That was encouraging.
Go Dukes. Go Dukes.
Yeah, Dukes Ducks. All right. Yeah, let's go.
All right, guys.
Can't wait. Hey, I'll send you guys some pictures from Watson.
Danny's going to the game, so he's going to have some fun.
Yeah.
Hit the like and subscribe button. See you on the next episode of the No Sauce Podcast.